dancing, stroke sign dance, poems, drama, not forgetting the quiz. Remember, a youth of today is a leader of tomorrow. Your host, Jacqueline Shishipozo. The Youth of Today program every Wednesday, 18 hours to 19 hours on Revelation TV as we bring to you singing, dancing, stroke sign dance, poems, drama, not forgetting the quiz. Remember, a youth of today is a leader of tomorrow. Your host, Jacqueline Shishipozo. Here on Revelation TV, Topstar channel number 88, and also on Facebook. You can just type Revelation TV Zambia. You'll be able to watch many more programs that we have lined up. I am your presenter, Evangelist Jacqueline, aka Auntie J. And you know, a youth of today, it is a program for you, our youth out there. So make sure that if you want to contribute, you can call us on 0974-146-118. If you want to contribute, you can call or you can send in your message, including on Facebook. You can comment. I'll be able to read out your message. But remember, this is the youth of today. And in the studio, I am not alone. I have two personalities. Imagine two personalities, two different people. They are the same but two different personalities. I have Evangelist Signora Piri. How are you, woman of God?
I'm Evangelist Jacqueline, and I'm humbled to be part of the youth program this lovely time.
Wow, thank you so much. And I have also in the studio Kovnes, who is a therapist. She's going to tell us more about herself in less than a minute. Kovnes, how are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm okay. You're looking good.
Thank you so much.
Alright, it is the Youth of Today program. So the number to call, it is 0974-146-118. The topic of discussion today, it is dating as a youth part 2. So tifuna timvere ushe dating shape we know nanguya. So zamvera kuli ba therapist timvere kwa again futi kuliza kumzimu ko timvere tumfwe. We want to hear from two different personalities. I can't wait. Let me just talk to Covenance. Who is Covenance?
Covenance is a psychotherapist and a general counselor. She's the founder of Heart and Soul Transformational Therapy Center. Right. And she gives counseling and therapy services to people. Mm-hmm. Then she's also carrying out a mental health campaign. Mental health? Yeah. Social psycho what? I heard like psychotherapist? Yes, psychotherapist. It has to do with the mind. Yes. The mind, psychology. Of people or animals? No, of people. Alright. Yes. Okay, you know, this is a youth program, so we need to be active. Don't be heavy. So if you are a parent, please, you know, with the things of the Lord, there's nothing like here. Expect so Evangelist Sina, she's among those people. I believe you get blessed with administration, and we have also Covenance. Let me go to Evangelist Sina. Who is Evangelist Sina? I know people, they know you, but for the sake of this youth program.
Yeah. Okay, Evangelist Sina is just a humble young lady who is passionate about the things of God. She's an evangelist. She's also a journalist by profession. Yeah, that is me.
And also I saw you were doing some business. You were bringing things to us. Gran and TJ, Gran to Machanja. Did you talk about that?
All right. Yes, I'm also a business young lady, who is just coming up in the business sector. Just to keep yourself busy as a youth. It's very important also to find something to do, unlike just sitting around and doing nothing. So you might have a profession on the other side, but you can also do some businesses that can help you sustain your life. Those
Right.
are also important things. Yeah.
Okay, so as a youth, we need to be doing something. Not we, you need to be doing. Because they represent.
Of course, you
Alright.
should be doing some things.
Okay.
Of course, do small businesses, but at least that will help you generate some income that will sustain you. You know, palas.
Okay. She's dealing with our minds.
Yeah,
and
the
everything.
mind. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Today we are talking about dating as a youth. I'm going to start with Corvinus. What is dating?
Dating is just getting to know someone better.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are different types of dating. Someone
I mean as in boyfriend and girlfriend.
boyfriend and girlfriend,
And even phone.
So dating is a way of getting to know someone you're pursuing to be in a relationship with.
To be pursuing. So it's like a course. You are pursuing a relationship.
Yes. Yeah. So the way people take dating sometimes, some they will just go direct.
Mhm.
Yes, but there's also pursuing someone. You can't just go direct, you propose. You need to know someone better, someone's personality, the way someone is relating, with their parents,
Right.
their friends.
Mhm.
Yeah, you get to know the things which that someone likes, then you can now propose.
All right. Eventually, Senior, in your own understanding,
Yeah.
what is dating?
Okay, thank you so much, Evangelist Jacqueline. I would put it this way: dating is actually a period of time where a male and female get to know each other.
Sister and brother.
No, I'm talking about male or
Okay.
or female.
Okay.
Where a male and a female, gets to know each other better with the purpose of getting married, because sometimes people really do not understand what dating really is.
Mhm.
Dating, without having a purpose of marrying that particular person.
Okay.
So getting to know each other in dating, is for a particular period of time. You know that person, you know that female, you know that male, and then eventually,
Okay.
Yeah.
Last group that I had, now from our question, at what age should a youth start dating? And others, they told me there's no age limit. I said now 12 years and because the youth yandera pa 12 kwenda fika pa 35. So I don't know, in your own understanding, Evangelist Senior, at what age can a youth start dating?
Okay, I think dating should start when someone is ready and mature enough to handle a relationship.
Okay.
Sometimes certain people, they just enter into relationships when not even matured enough, to handle that relationship, and as a result, they things don't go well. So I think someone should just wake up from the blues and say, I am going to date John, or I'm going to date Sarah, but they must be prepared enough and matured enough to handle that relationship, because in that relationship there'll be a lot of ups and downs, there'll be a lot of misunderstandings, there'll be a lot of fights. So it demands that a particular person gets to be matured for them to see that relationship succeeds.
All right. Courtney, since you deal with psycho, whatever you said, we would love to know about the term maturity in dating as youths. How do you look at it? Do you have people who, are you able to not say this person is not mature when you are talking to people?
We can be able to tell based on the psychological assessments that we ask someone. Certain people, there are some verbal cues or maybe non-verbal cues that someone can be able to possess. The way someone is presenting themselves, you can be able to tell that person is matured, someone is not. Yeah. And to some people, you need to ask them questions for you to know that they are ready to be in that relationship. So when it comes to psychology, there are some stages of growth. So at each stage, a youth or maybe a child has a role to play. So when it comes to dating, there is a stage where a youth can start dating. For example, when they reach puberty, they're experiencing some changes of growth. So there's that age for them to having someone. So when the body starts developing, it will make someone to have that age of having a person of the opposite sex. So when that feeling now starts coming, that's
what kind of feeling? I want to know, Coveness, because
feeling.
So because namukula namuvera kotupi. Is that going to describe the feeling you?
You get to feel horny, you feel sexy
as a youth.
Yes.
So now I want to know. So all because you are feeling sexy, you are feeling horny, you should find yourself dating?
No, that's why now I'm coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, so when those things are happening to the body, youths, they need to be very careful, because following the body's needs, it can lead someone to a wrong person. Yeah. So when a youth is feeling like that way, they need to be very comfortable with their parents, or maybe a mature person or a matured Christian, so to say, so that they explain how they're feeling about their body, and so that they can be able to guiding them on how to go about the same feelings. Then what people need to know is that dating is okay, but again there is also what we call those people who won't experience dating at some point in their life, when they are youths. If that stage passes, when they grow up, they'll be fixated. They'll grow up to fearing women. They'll grow up, yes, they miss that stage. Yeah, so at each stage there's something which someone can do, but with guidance.
So dating is important.
It is important if someone's matured, like she has explained.
Okay.
Yes, but again, maturity, it needs someone to
like guide and okay. Yes. Wow, the number to call, it is 19741461118. We are talking about dating as a youth, and I have two personalities. I told you so Covenants talked about the issue, Evangelist Sina, the issue of having feelings. There are some youth today, they are using their feelings to fall into a relationship. So how do you look at it to a youth who is indulging themselves into dating and also into sex? It's like they want to fulfill their body desires, and they are following the procedure of, I'm just dating this man, I'm just dating this girl, not knowing they want to overcome the feeling that they're having inside of them of sexual desires. How do you look at it, somebody dating because of their sexual desires?
Okay, I think dating because of sexual desires, I think that would lead to pregnancy. Because
morning after. Last week morning after, and these people made the mistake, and mama morning after, when we have sex, then you actually you prepare yourself, you don't go there. So they pack their morning after just after having sex. What's the nozi of a youth? Yes, so me Baswa Yopa this time.
Yeah, we're living in a generation where most youths today have gone astray,
and they're advanced,
and they've been too much carried away by their feelings. They're too much advanced, they're too much embraced with the morning after pew,
family planning as early as
13 years, 14 years, 15 years, I think that is very, very dangerous for youth, especially when it comes to the puberty stage. She was talking on the psychological aspect, where as a teenager you get to grow and you develop feelings and all that. I think that's a very dangerous stage for youths. If you do not develop self-control at that particular time and you enter dating because of feelings, then so I think it's very important at that very particular time, the puberty stage, to have self-control, to pray to God, because it's not easy for the youth of today. We're living in a world where youth have gone astray. They just do anything. The fear of God is not there anymore.
Sex before marriage, it has
become just a normal thing where you just sleep with their girlfriend and their boyfriend, and as a result, without knowing that, they are defiling their body, which is a temple of the Holy Spirit. So where dating is concerned as youth, we must not be moved because of our feelings, but we must pray for self-control. If we pray to God, it's not easier. We're made of the body. That's why God gave us feelings for a purpose, but not at the wrong time, not to have sex at the wrong time, but to have sex at the right time. That is
when you are married.
That when you are married, yes. So dating must be a stage where you seek the face of God, also for God to help you, so that you do not indulge yourself into sexual activities. And also you must not go through the shame of carrying pregnancy at a tender age outside marriage, where people go like, what they so youth if you fail to control your feelings with good counselors,
Uh-huh.
you go to counselors, they will help you. Like she's undergoing that project
Yeah.
where you are counseled and you are helped so that you don't go astray.
All right. Yes, you wanted me to add something.
Yes,
Mhm.
and the other thing from what you said, it's not all about pregnancies.
Mhm.
When it comes to sex, there's also exchange of energies.
Okay.
Yeah, so when people exchange energies,
Mhm.
it affects someone's psychologically,
Okay.
even just someone's body gets affected.
Mhm.
Then even issues to do with STIs,
Mhm,
HIV,
HIV.
all those things. Then you find that once these youths, start indulging in sexual activities, you even see that their behavior will change at home. They'll stop respecting their parents. Reason being, they started doing something at a wrong age. Quite alright, dating is okay.
Mhm.
I would take it back those days. People
Mhm.
used to date, but they never used to have sex.
Mhm. Benzoyoba.
Yes. So if this youth indulge in sexual activities at a tender age, their mind will be affected psychologically. Quite alright, having someone of the opposite sex, because maybe there's that urge during
Mhm.
closer to them,
Mhm.
that's very okay. And quite right, they can be kissing, just finding time, cuddling with them.
But as
sex-
for her, in the spiritual aspect, she's saying no, kissing, I believe you can't allow it, right?
No.
But with you as
Psychological
Yes.
aspect, probably.
Okay, it's okay. Meaning we're talking to two different categories here. Those who are in the world and the youth who are in church.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so even when it comes to therapy, no wonder we ask psychological assessment questions. Are you a Christian?
Mhm.
You're not a Christian. So we even know how to give them therapy.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, so that's what they need to do. But when it comes to sex, there's also a right time for
Mhm.
one to having sex.
So kissing, it's okay.
Yes.
Hugging,
Yes.
as to those who are not believers.
Exactly, but again, they need to look at the setting because certain environments they can make people have sex.
Mhm.
So they need to be at an open place. They're having some time they can hug, but not going deep because when they start having sex, early sex,
Mhm.
it affects someone. And people have gone into what we call as sexual disorders.
Uh-huh.
There are people who are hypersexuality.
Alright.
They can't think about anything. It's all about sex. So starting sex early, it puts someone at risk of having these sexual disorders.
Wow.
You find that they won't be satisfied with their partner because once you start doing
At
it,
a tender age,
Exactly.
somebody
Once you
is
start
saying, no, I'm
doing
not satisfied with my girlfriend. I need to
Exactly.
go and find another one.
and you know what makes them not to be satisfied? It's because they've been changing. These fingers, they're
Mhm.
different.
Yeah.
I test this one,
Mhm.
I test this one, they're all different. So meaning that by the time someone will be getting married, what will happen?
Mhm.
They won't be satisfied with their partner. They'll start cheating. So relationships is okay, sex is also okay, but when they start doing it at the wrong time, they'll face consequences in future.
All right. I'm loving the explanations here from two ladies here who are also the youths. Having sex, if you start sex at a tender age, ndipo mumavutika mukakwatira nangu mwakwatiriwa, you be like, oh, my husband is not a real man. Who told you? Now imagine if is your first man, you appreciate him.
Yes.
You understand? But we are using experience. Many youths today, they are experts when it comes to dating and sex. The way you've said, it's like they have a sexual disorder. I've loved this term, Evangelist Senior. Sexual disorder, not mental disorder, but sexual. Ibo voganizapo chendiwe mukashana, you are young. Instead of thinking of programming your life on how you should live in 2 years from now, you are just thinking of nifuno kissing mkazi, nifuno gona mamuna, nifuno kustabana. Can you remove that sexual disorder by just sticking to having somebody in your life? Because these people that are telling me dating, it is okay. And to those that are not born again, they can even kiss. You talked about the issue of kunkala ma places very hidden. Vimanengesa futi mwazipeza magwela sex. So if a youth is dating, they should be open. Like bankala msiti mwama yao.
Yes.
Zambia muno.
Yeah, that's very hard. And if you look at back then, there used to be let's say chaperone.
Mhm.
Yeah, someone to be there
Yes.
when you're doing that. Yeah. So these days, they can't really be someone, but you need to be very mindful about the place where you are.
Mhm.
For example, I've seen people, going by shopping malls, play parks. Such kind of places, they're very safe, unlike, going to a hotel,
Mhm.
going to this lodge. So those places, they're very bad. More especially, your mind is still, adapting. And one thing that many people they don't know, the youth, is that if you find this person.
Are you a youth first of all?
I'm a youth.
Oh, I heard you saying these youths. So you are among them. You people, yes, thank God.
Yes. Yeah. So if let's say me and others, who are youths, then we find ourselves in such kind of places, it's really something which will affect us because our mind is not yet ready to the same thing. Then you find that once, like when it comes to how people perceive sex, those who've done it, they'll tell this thing is very sweet, just do it.
And for sure it is.
It is sweet, but there's something which they don't say. They'll say, no, just try it once, then you stop. The way sex is, once you just test it, the body, the brain chemicals will be created. Right. Then the brain will keep those chemicals. Then it will start telling you to tap on those memories, So each and every time you'll be needing more of it. No wonder people get addicted to sex. You can't just do it once. So we tell people it's better to resist than to start, because once you start, there's no going back.
Evangelist, once you start, there's no going,
there's no reverse.
There's no reverse. So under spiritual aspect, no wonder you people you encourage the youth. Sex before marriage is bad. Is that the reason?
That's biblical actually. I would say sex before marriage is a sin. Meaning that when youths have sex at the wrong time, they defile their bodies. And like she's saying on the psychological part, to say the mind, it's about the mind. Once you start, you can't stop. Like that.
They won't even be getting satisfied with kissing. The only feeling, you won't feel anything with kissing. You just need
the wonderful moment.
So in other ways, sex it's spiritual. It's a spiritual thing, and it's a worship. That's why it's made for married people. When you get married, you need to worship with the angels.
But when you are doing it before marriage, you're worshiping with
when you are out of marriage, it's a sin.
You're worshiping with the demons.
The demons, maybe the devil.
You get sicknesses, you get what?
You get all sorts of.
Okay, now the issue of covenants talked about youth yakamba chogona na bamuna nangu mamuna mbogona bakazi. At pamankala ka change ka behavior, she talked about that ulemu. So every youth that we see who doesn't have respect, it's not
really about that. There are a lot of things which make someone's behavior to change.
Talk about them. We want to know those signs.
So you find that depending with how someone's body is and how someone's personality is, there are those ones, once they test, they don't want their parents to be controlling them.
Okay.
Stop seeing that man, no. I've seen, children or some youths who say, no, not money less and in the group that day, there are those ones
who the language.
Yes, the language itself, why money less? I just want to experience life. So it depends with someone. It doesn't mean that when a child is misbehaving home, they've started. But parents, they're able to tell, most parents, they can be able to tell that this one started.
Because in Bemba, they say, that's what they say at home. You find that man is okula chebu 16 years because nae bambo stop job bamine basta makolo, you understand. You'd find that the behavior changes akuwa nafundu wenzake, the way you said. Then abakalamba batirati basinya bakuluba nesu pante efo tuchita efo balechita. All right, so now I want to talk about loneliness. There's some youth today, they are dating because they are lonely. Is it a good thing because you are lonely? Then you find yourself in the arms of a man. If you find comfort. Medicine, I'll start with you. Loneliness.
I don't think that loneliness should be the reason why one should date. Singleness doesn't mean loneliness. Doesn't mean that you're lonely. You can be single but still be happy. So someone must not date because they are lonely. They must date because they need a companion, they need a friend, they need somebody, the opposite sex to become their husband one day. So loneliness must not be the reason why, someone is desiring to date. Because as a result, if you date because of the reason of loneliness, you find yourself in the wrong arms. Probably you date the wrong person.
Take advantage
of you now. Maybe that person will even sleep with you, and as a result, because you are lonely, not because you needed somebody, but for the sake of just to fill up the gap that you had at that particular time. So I think loneliness must not be the reason why one should be thinking of dating per se, but rather someone must date because
They're ready.
They're ready, they're matured enough to handle a relationship, and they're prepared for marriage, because dating is not just I'm dating somebody today and then just there and then basta. No, dating without a purpose of getting married is like advertising a product that you're not selling.
Okay.
So it's very important that when we date as youths, if you're dating somebody, you must put it in mind that, okay,
Are you
I've got
dating?
a purpose.
Are you dating yourself?
Actually, no, I'm not dating.
You are a sister, you want to be. Are you dating?
No, I'm not.
You people don't know. I don't need you on the panel because you're just telling me out of the spiritual aspect
we
and out
are
of
speaking,
the.
not because the fact that we're not
I used
dating,
to.
that doesn't mean that we cannot
Yeah.
speak out.
If
We
you've
cannot
been-
bring out the knowledge.
Okay.
We've dated before.
Before.
We have the experience and we know how it is. So
Alright.
we're talking out of
Experience.
what we have experienced, but not the other way around. Out of the dating, only the dating experience.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Not having sex.
not having sex.
All right. So we have two coaches here. Yes, they've been there,
Yeah.
but they never misbehaved like you. But don't feel condemned. This program is all about teaching one another. So not to come the baba uzaine ngauma vichita ulibole because ugona na wakazi na ngobamuna. You know, you people, you just talked about girls. What about boys? How can you know to say uyu guy is naive kutubakashana, especially you, because you talk to people, you counsel people. How can you know?
There are those people who show, for example, the conversations, that guys really have,
Okay.
that's kind of girl, she's sweet, she's like what, There are a lot of things which guys really say. You can be able to tell, especially when they team up, when they make like a group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are some conversations which they really say. Even ladies, again, there's some certain conversation. No, I remember at some point I was home, then they, there was some people who came outside. My sister was there, and they started hearing some certain words. I was like, hey, these ones, they're just in grade 10.
Oh.
So once, it could be at school or any place where they are, there are just some certain topics or conversations which they really have, which shows that, no, these people, they started indulging themselves
Okay.
in sex. Especially when they talk more about girls, at least her, she was like this, she was like what.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then they talk about the curves, and a girl should be like this. Kumakala mashimika my guys, when we know them, the way you are saying, it is the truth. You can I'll give an example. I love to joke. You understand? I'll just pass a comment on the young boys, and I'll say like, mkazi no yoba. Then you hear one of them say, lukumyopera kati, nikuziwache mumtengera, and then you'll be like, 15 years, basi wakutengera mkazi. Now, also, I want to know, when do you know to say you are ready to date? How can a person know to say I'm ready?
That question, again, it depends with an individual, because, with the stages of growth, we don't grow up at the same pace. It depends. And then again, when someone is growing, it could be some certain processes, they may be affected because of how someone was being brought up, because of the environment.
Yeah.
So I can't really say like this. Yeah, but, there are just some certain things in which someone, can be able to tell. More especially when there's this skill that we teach people, resilience.
Okay.
Being able to stand up for something. For example, if someone is going through a difficult situation, when they can be able to cope through that without getting depressed, mean that someone can be able to be in this relationship. Because many people, a man can come to me, no, Corvinus, I want to marry you. I'll say yes. They'll come with the motive of marrying me, but maybe they just want something from me.
All right.
Yeah. So if I tell my mind to say, no, this man will marry me, then they break up with me, what will happen? I'll get sad, I'll get depressed. So if someone has this skill, of resilience within themselves, they can be in that, they can start dating, because even if a man does anything to them, they'll be able to stand up. And one thing that people need to know is that, when it comes to a relationship, it's not all about loving the man first. It's about loving yourself first.
Okay.
I need to love myself first. I need to put my first as a priority. I can be with this man, but I come first.
Okay.
And if a person does that, no matter what this person can do to them, even if breaking their heart, they'll never be affected. And they need to stand up for themselves. If something is not right, they need to say, no, this is not right.
Okay.
I need to be a priority in this thing. You can love someone, but love yourself first.
Okay. There's some people who say, no, I don't want to date. I am not ready. It's not yet my time. Wow, there are no men approaching them. and their youths, you understand? They're encouraging themselves to say, sinimafuna dating. You understand? Then maybe our friends, they're saying, oh, me, John proposed to me, I said yes, Mark also is after me. Then we have to be spiritual. You understand? I'm not trying to attack Evangelist Senior, but this is what is happening. How can you handle a situation whereby it's not that you don't want to date, but there's no one approaching you, whether from the boy side or the girl side? Kulipa mene ayesa kusakira kagero kamuka na ebe mkashana kulipa mfunako, but they pretend to say no, I don't want to date, I'm still waiting for the right time. Wao kulipa aliwoza mnamasakira. How can you handle that covenant before I go to Evangelist Senior?
Yeah, so to such kind of people, even if they come out like that, but they're having trauma within themselves, as humans, we need to experience love, we need affection. That is very needed. It's a psychological need, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So even if someone says, no, me, I don't need a man, no, they actually need a man.
But
they need a woman in their life. So if someone is not there, such kind of people, they need to be talked to, because deep down their heart, they are carrying trauma. And for them coming out like that, it's because they've been doing trauma bonding.
Okay.
They've decided to, to stick around this trauma within themselves and just to accept the situation how it is. Yeah. And again, if someone is not approaching you, you need to start asking yourself questions. Why is it that they're not following me? You need to look at your behavior and the family where you are coming from.
Okay.
How you behave towards people. Certain behaviors, people can make this man or a lady to refuse you because of your behavior. So once you start assessing yourself, or to ask someone, a matured Christian, if that person is, is a Christian, or if maybe you need therapy, they can even reach out to us,
Or maybe it is a spiritual thing, you need prayer.
Yeah. If it's a special thing, they'll come
and then if it is just, they should come to you.
Yes. Yeah, so that we can be able to help them, so that if there is need for them to change their behaviors, they can be able to change it. And to those people, maybe they don't want to date, maybe they're scared. No, if I propose, they'll hurt me. Because people have heard a lot of things. No, relationship there like this, So we need to break those, messages which they tell themselves.
All right. Listen.
Yes,
But they are telling us, no, and parents, they've been saying, my daughter, she's a good girl. Not knowing to say the daughter they are saying she's a good girl, and maybe they're in the range of 25. Maybe we can talk of that. If 25, that somebody can be married. Others, they get married at 23. But 25, at least, we can tell there's maturity. Then I come, no, I don't want to date, I just want to be single, and I'm okay. Wow, there's trauma inside of them. Yes.
Yeah, like she's put it to say that everyone needs love. So there's no need to pretend to say, I don't want to date or whatsoever. We all need love at some point. So when you reach at a certain age where you're matured enough to date somebody, well, free yourself and position yourself for that guy or for that young lady, so they get to know you and eventually you get married. So there's nothing like, no, I don't want to date or whatsoever. But if it's not the right time, okay, these things also, they go with time. You wait upon your time.
Okay.
If that particular time no man is approaching you, well, you wait. The time will come when some guys will approach you. You must not feel inferior because there's no guy who is approaching you at that particular time, but just give it a little bit more time, and then the right one will come. Because as a result, you just throw yourself to anybody now.
Because of desperation.
Because of desperation. Now, I think it's not the one. So just give it a little bit of time, just a bit of patience, and you'll see that everything will just go well.
All right, our viewers, the number to call in, it is 0974-146-118. Ngamlefo kusta contribute. You can still call us on 0974-146-118 on Facebook. Also, I have seen Aldrin Katoka watching you from Solwezi. Thank you so much. I've seen also Mlenga Ignatius just saying watching. Thank you so much. And you can send in your direct message so that we'll be able to read. Maybe you're a parent, you want to contribute and to teach other youth out there. You are free to call. Sikukamba tinyawa youth mukabezi. No, you are free to contribute. We are talking about dating. Now the issue of parents and dating. I want us to mix now the two. We are in Zambia. Some youths, they date without their parents knowing. In America, it is okay for you to introduce your boyfriend to your family members. How do you look at it? Is it okay? I just need yes or no. Is it okay to introduce your boyfriend to your parents?
It is very much okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very much okay and very important.
Why? Now let us go to why.
It's very important knowing if I introduce my partner to my parent, because my parents will be able to guide me. You know,
Okay.
people are coming from different backgrounds, and people, they are having these, it could be the same behaviors within themselves.
Mhm.
So my parents can be able to guide me.
Alright.
Then once I introduce my relationship to my parents won't be able to hide some things from me. She'll be able to tell me things which can build up that, you know, relationship.
Mhm.
For it to mature, you need to do A, B, C, D. And then certain things you're not supposed to do. So
Mhm.
as a parent, to be able to guide you. Even when it comes to sex, parent will tell you, okay, you can be this man, but don't do this.
Uh-huh.
I remember way back, 2015, mommy told me, okay, yeah, you can date this one, but please don't find yourself in a room with this man. Yeah, so if I didn't tell my mother, I was going to find myself in a room with that guy,
In
because I
Zambia,
didn't
here it
have
is a
that.
taboo. In Zambia, let's say Africa.
Yeah.
You understand? Few parents in Zambia, they can accept that. Others, they call it nonsense.
Yes.
You understand? They'll be like, pano ine, unekele kaja kankuku kabwere kano. Not knowing to say the way you've spoken. If parents, they can look in that angle, it will be very easy na mpagwa mladu mzazi bati ndi huyo. And even those two, they will be afraid, because bazamba wopa tikasitevewa na tiresa wazazi ba ero sinifuna ine mimba. You understand those things? Manje ngababisa makolo. Imagine wakupeza mroad. Tuwaza kushautira chabe. So in Zambia, covenants, it is not allowed. Actually, openly.
It is not allowed. No wonder now it is the role of us psychotherapists coming in. You know, there's this sexual reproductive health.
Mhm.
So we try mobilizing the communities. We bring these parents together. We tell them, you know, if a child is feeling like this, as a mother, as a father, you need to create that nurturing environment. A child needs to tell you their needs, and as a parent, you need to come to a conclusion which will benefit the two of you.
Okay.
If there's this man, a parent should be able to tell their daughter, dating is very right, but for now, sex, no.
Mhm.
A parent should be able to give, step by step.
Okay.
And then when they tell you that sex is wrong, they also need to give reasons.
Mhm.
Why is it not wrong? Then we always tell parents that whenever you are stopping a child from doing something, you need to tell them the good part and the
Mhm.
bad side.
Okay.
Parents always tell these little ones the bad side. They leave out the
Mhm.
good side, So a child will be like, no, why is that my friends, they say that sex is good? Let me try it.
Uh-huh.
You see? So as a parent, you say sex is good, but it's only meant for married people.
Okay.
Those are the ones who can do it. But the bad sides are these. And then in therapy, we always tell people that if the risk, they outweigh the benefits, there's no need of doing something. But if the benefits, they outweigh the risk, you can do something. So when it comes to sex, if this youth, needs to indulge themselves in sex or relationship, they need to ask themselves question, okay, what is the benefit of sex? Okay, this is the benefit. But are these benefits many than the risk? So you find that there are a lot of risks when it comes to involving yourself as a youth into sex, early pregnancies,
Yes.
it could be exchange of energies, it could be these STIs.
Mhm.
It's not all about that. Psychologically, the mind is not ready. Then
Yes.
once I involve myself into this, I'll have problems when it comes to marrying my future husband. What if you won't have this thing that this one is having?
Mhm.
Such kind of things. And when it comes to men, you find that maybe some men, they're very strong, some men, they're very weak. So if these youth indulge themselves into sex, then they marry someone who is weaker than the first one, they'll have problems. So if they weigh themselves like that, then they can stick
Mhm.
to being by themselves, or not to engage in sex, but they can be in that relationship.
Okay. Especially senior, parents and children.
Yes.
Parents, they don't allow, especially in Zambia, unless waleta salamu. You understand?
Yeah.
So how do you look at it? Is it okay if parents, they can be allowing their children to be free to tell them, Mommy, John ndiye boyfriend wanga? Is it okay?
Yeah, it is very okay in the sense that, looking at the life, the type of life that youths are living today, I
Mhm.
think, considering the bad things that are happening, the bad vices that youths are engaging themselves into,
Mhm.
I think it's very important for us to engage our parents into our dating. For instance, if a man approaches me and they want to marry me, they want to date me and getting to know me better so that they marry me.
Okay, I'm going to cut you shortly. Hello, caller.
How are you doing?
Fine, and how are you?
I'm alright.
Your name and where you're watching us from?
This is Pastor Ignatius watching from Kamwala for the weeks here.
Yes, please go ahead, man of God, with your contribution.
What a program you have, woman of God.
Thank you so much, man of God.
We have been blessed with the two guests you have.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. I just want to encourage them to continue what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is actually people are really appreciating for what they're doing. Even here where we are watching, appreciating actually for that topic we should have.
All right.
Yeah.
Any advice, man of God, any advice for the youth on the issue of dating?
Of course, the youth have to wait. It is have to wait. The right time will come. You don't have to rush. When you rush, you crash.
Okay. And the issue of, you parents allowing their children to be free to tell them that I'm dating this person. Is it a good idea?
It will depend on what particular age you have. More especially when you are 18, you are an adult. You can tell your parents, more especially when you are free from school. Okay. It's education first. That's the most important thing you need to put. Education first. Especially when you are done with school, you are free to date. Okay. Not when you are at school, you want to date when you are at school, which is not a good thing.
Others, we've heard testimonies to say, my husband, we started when we were in grade 8. And then until we got married, we started when we were in primary school. We hear such funny testimonies from these people who are married.
Yeah, of course, some time back, just like we are saying, this time around things are changing. This technology, things are changing a bit. Those days people used to date and you wait for that particular man or particular woman. But these days it's quite difficult for you to date from grade 8, which is not easy nowadays.
Okay.
Indeed, it's not
so
easy nowadays.
After secondary school, after high school, it's okay.
I think after secondary school much better, but most especially when you finish your college level.
Okay.
Indeed.
All right. Thank you so much, man of God, for your contribution.
Thank you very much, woman of God. Bless you.
All right. Okay. You've heard now from the man of God to say at least at times you can date at maybe when you are done with secondary school.
Yeah. Well, it depends. It also depends. At times, like you have said, Evangelist, like at times, basically, I'm talking about school, right? When you share that to school. But the most important thing, if you're dating in school, as long as you set up proper boundaries, you say, okay, here we have to concentrate on our studies and wait. We're not going to engage into sex until we are officially married. Okay. That way, it's okay. But if a guy is pressuring you to have sex with them while they're in school, while they're still dating in school, then perhaps guys are changing, which are if the guy had all had that purpose of marrying you, but because maybe you sleep with him, you have sex with him, he changes his mind because he's already slept with you. So it depends actually. If you set up boundaries, you're in school, that's okay. But if you are doing the wrong thing, then eventually you end up getting disappointed.
All right. Now the issue of there's this situation whereby you are friends with this guy. You understand? And then you start developing feelings for your best friend. Is it okay to propose if you are a girl? Is it okay to tell your friend to say, you know what, I didn't cook on, we just to start dating? How can you handle such a situation? You are best of friends and then you feel something, but there's quietness there. The Spirit of God was hovering on the waters.
You mean the girl? The girl?
Whether girl or boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
If
you're just best friends. Yes. And then you find
nothing wrong with that. Okay, you're human beings. I mean, we are human beings, and like we have feelings. We can't say we don't have feelings. That's how God has created every human being. There's no one who can say they don't have feelings. We all have, unless if you're not a human being. Okay. But if you're a human being, you have feelings. So if suppose you have a best friend and you feel something for them, well, if it's at the right time, it's at a mature time, you can go ahead and express your love. Okay, love is expression. As a youth, you express your love.
Once I'm 19, the other one maybe is 20, and then you find that you are best of friends. Must I discover which is some feelings are
developing.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do that, but as long as you're doing the right thing, that's the most important thing. You're not doing the wrong thing, which will land you into problems later.
Okay, so is it okay for a young girl to propose to the guy? To express herself.
The girl?
Okay, let me say girl or woman in the range of the youth, 12 to 35. Ni mzako yu, then wapasta develop sakamba heavy, is it okay for me to open up and say, hey, pastor, you understand, I feel something for you.
You can try out your luck.
Yes.
That's very okay. It's actually very right to propose, you're expressing yourself. But again, before proposing, you need to look at the person whom you're proposing to. Certain people, when you propose, you become the talk of the day. They'll make fun of you. They'll even reject you. Yeah, so you need to look at the setting. But the best of it all, it could be trusting in someone. It could be a parent, it could be your father, or even someone who is mature to say, okay, I'm having this feeling for this person. How do I go about it? So they'll be able to advise someone in a nice way.
Okay, let me just pick this call. Hello, caller. Hello? Hello? Okay, somebody's not talking. Make sure that when you call, please, Mwaka and Bine. Not busy. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, yeah. So the best is asking for guidance. I'm having this feeling. Quite alright, it's something very difficult, when it comes to expressing yourself to someone. But this is the type of mentality that we need to build in these young ones. They just don't need to say yes or to propose just there and then. They need first to seek guidance.
Okay.
I'm having this feeling. How do I go about it? It could be a therapist, it could be a parent. They'll be able to guide you. Sometimes they'll even say, okay, go ahead. Then when it comes to, school-going people, you find that maybe someone is in grade 8 up to grade 12. If you're feeling something, to someone, to your friend, you need to ask for guidance.
Okay.
As a parent, they'll be able to guide you to say, okay, there's nothing wrong with you dating, but look at right now at school, once you date, you'll be affected, your academics, and at schools, there's bullying. Once you're being bullied, then this partner of yours is watching. People stop going to school.
Yes.
Even just when it comes to being free in class, you won't be free. So those are advantages of it. So parents, they need to bring out those, teaching a child. So once you're done with school, you can be able to date. But for now, if there's anyone who is pursuing you, who is after you, you need to be open to us. We won't be able to judge you. We've created this nurturing environment so that we're able to guide you, and when the right time comes, we'll be able to allow you to date.
Okay, thank you so much. Now the other, because of time, and I'm going to rush with the few questions that I have. The issue of qualities. There's some youths, they say, it's not my type. She's not my type. Is it important to have qualities of a person you want to date?
Yes.
Okay.
If you start dating someone, who is having bad qualities, you have, for example, some people, they don't have good morals, the way they say things, the way they do things. So it's very right to date someone, who's got good qualities. But again, when it comes to setting these standards, you need to look at, we are human beings, we are imperfect. Each person has got some flaws. Yeah.
Okay.
But again, there are those red flags that people need to notice in that relationship or into someone they're pursuing. So once they see that the red flags, there are many, they don't need to pursue that relationship. It could be maybe there's just one red flag. They can date someone, then they can try to be correcting those errors.
Okay. Maybe about the same red flags. Imagine someone 9 out of 10 is good, but 1, he doesn't know how to talk.
Yeah.
He's like a kabova, you understand? Now you've gone out. I understand. Instead of hugging you, someone will just come and hit you by the shoulders. Hi, babe. Can you still stay in that kind of relationship? 90 is okay. Only 10% is bad.
Someone can still be able to stay. It depends with how someone is taking it.
Okay.
If you feel, and sometimes you can be able to talk to someone. Okay, I don't like this. If you can try to work on it.
All right.
That's just how dating works.
And others, they're saying, I only need a pastor. So if a non-pastor comes, they refuse. Let me throw it to you. No, me, it's just men of God. If a businessman comes, they'll be like, oh no, it's not among the qualities. And years are going. How can somebody handle that?
Well, like you're saying, qualities, right, in dating. So every person have their own quality. They have who they want. If suppose someone desires a pastor, let's say God does not give what you do not want. But if it doesn't work out, maybe sometimes you might desire something which God does not give any.
Right.
But if you seek the face of God and you pray about it, then
is it just prayer that way? We want to talk about. You are talking about prayer, much prayer.
Like the spiritual aspect. When you pray for the right person. So if suppose you need a man of God and it doesn't work out, maybe sometimes you might desire a man of God if God has not given you.
Yes, maybe
pray about it.
A
businessman.
businessman.
If God gives you the direction, you go after them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's because of time. I should also skip dating because of money and where you're coming from. Most girls nowadays, they are not dating a shangala young man. They want a grown-up person more than them. Imagine a youth is 20, they're dating somebody who is 35. Okay, I'll be right back. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, please, your name and where you're watching us from.
This is the person calling from Garden.
Yes, please go ahead with your contribution or question.
Sorry?
Go ahead with your contribution.
Oh, yes, please. I just want to contribute on the type
The
of
what?
the person. Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. Mostly these days we are making a mistake because most of us, when we're looking at the type,
The type.
most of youths, we look at number one, the genetic muscle.
Okay.
Number two, the reputation. But one thing that I know is that when you are looking at your type, when we go in the book of Genesis, God saw that Adam couldn't find the
Are you
companion.
a pastor?
No, I'm not.
An intercessor?
No, I'm not.
Praise and worship leader?
No, I'm not.
Born again Christian?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead with your contribution.
Yes, when we go in the book of Genesis, you find that God still saw that Adam could not find a companion and created Eve. Yes. So when you are looking for, that's an advice I'm giving. When you are looking for your partner, your type, you need to look at your calling, your purpose on earth. A doctor cannot marry a soldier.
Why?
A doctor cannot marry a soldier. A soldier is trained to kill. A doctor is trained to save. Hello?
Yes, please go ahead, sir. In less than a minute now, I want you to conclude your contribution.
All right. So what I'm trying to say is this: if these two people get married, there'll be confusion between the two of them because a soldier will try to kill and the doctor will be saving the person that the soldier wants to kill. So when you find out your purpose on earth, you'll be able to identify who is your right partner.
Okay.
That will save you from jumping from this person to another, because that will be wastage of time, because nobody knows how long they live on earth. Premature earth, it is not dying at 15 years, but it is dying when you fail to complete the purpose God brought you on earth. And you died prematurely. Thank you very much, man.
All right, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Knowing your purpose on earth. A doctor can't marry a nurse because these two are different. Not that they cannot marry in real life, they can. But he's talking about the personalities. You'd find that maybe you are saying, not my type. Your type was, Kumanka language. You also on that, no, it's not my type. Guys, now that you are not their type. So we should be careful with this statement as youths, because you are growing. A time will come that now you will not even have a say on your type. And your parents now they'll be asking, eventually senior, you are growing. Just carry even just anybody. You understand? Cosmos, it is too much. Can you just carry anybody? So let us be careful with the issue of the time. It's just because of our time. I want to know, what is the best love advice you have ever received from your experience? You said that you've dated before, so I want to know, what is the best love advice that you've ever received in your past relationships? I can't say relationship because I think there are many. Yes.
This one came from my grandfather. We are not my biological grandfather, but someone from Kingdom Mall.
Yeah.
I remember the day I accepted the man. I was with him by his place. And then he gave an example of Adam and Eve. So he said, he asked, do you know the reason why Eve sinned? Said no. It was like, no, Eve, sinned because of that snake, but Adam again was part of that sin because, he stayed away from Eve, So if couples, they're in a relationship, we are dating, if you don't find more time with your partner. You know, you're prone to temptations.
Okay.
Many things will come in. You know, your partner is bound to cheating, you know, like Eve did. So covenants, you're having this partner, you know, as you're going through this relationship, always find time
to be together.
Because if you don't
not
find
finding time to be, no, our relationship should be private, you are in a room and dressing yourselves, no.
Yeah.
As in the issue of spending time together, knowing each other,
Yes.
you know.
Even him, he even went up to as far as, you know, when you're married, you know, this one will be your wife in case you marry each other. So once you're married, you know, sometimes you'll be coming home maybe 17.
Yes.
You know, 17, yeah, but because of these life pressures, you know, maybe you change 18, 19, 20, you are leaving your wife home, you know, the next time you come the following day, what do you expect your wife to do? Many people, you know, they've started cheating because their partner is not always there for them. But once you are always with your partner, you know, there won't be room for you to start admiring other women. You
other people, they say, I'm going to conquer, I want freedom. All right, thank you so much, Goodness. Yes, Senior, the best advice that you got from your previous relationships, love advice.
I think the communication aspect in terms of relationship is what is important.
Communication.
Yeah, certain relationships that break as a result of poor communication.
Okay.
So the more you communicate to your partner, the more you get to know them, and the more they get to know you.
Okay.
If there is a communication barrier, then there will be no your relationship won't be built on a strong foundation.
Futi mawakazi mufuti master complain ka mwamuna kutumana na phone ati mandi unwachiweleshi. The same you people again futi you complain. Again men also when they are dating, a girl is calling him, checking on him. Alibevo cheat am life ndiye wakazi okwati akachiko kutumia phone pecha ambie. So you know these things of communication mfunika mwakamsako bunobuno. All right, what are the advantages of dating as a youth?
Advantages of dating as a youth?
Yes.
Well, it gives you more time to it gives you more time to prepare yourself and to plan for your life and your future.
Okay.
I think when you date as a youth, it will help you prepare even for your marriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The disadvantages of dating as a youth.
Yeah, the disadvantage is that, you know, your mind gets disturbed, your psychological aspect, it gets disturbed. Then the other thing is that, you know, the issues to do with early marriages, you know, early pregnancies, sexually transmitted diseases, and sometimes even your behavior will change. There are these youths who've gone into sexual, you know, illicit sex. And some they've even having this hypersexuality, which is a sexual disorder. They can't think about anything unless sex.
Okay. Evangelist Senior, thank you so much. We've come to an end of this wonderful program. I believe next time we'll be together.
Thank you for the
Godness, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank
All
you.
right. Okay. Our viewers, we just want to say thank you that you watched this Youth of Today program. I am your presenter, Evangelist Jacqueline, and from I and Evangelist Senior and Covenants, we are saying God bless you and bye-bye. The Youth of Today program every Wednesday 18 hours to 19 hours on Revelation TV as we bring to you singing, dancing, stroke sign dance, poems, drama, not forgetting the quiz. Remember, a youth of today is a leader of tomorrow. Your host, Jacqueline Shishipozo.